In last video, we have discussed about Venus in the ninth house of the horoscope. In this video, we are going to talk about what happens when you have Jupiter in the ninth house of Vedic astrology birth chart. So keep watching. Namaste and welcome to Pramanik Astrology channel. I'm your host Prasad Mahazani, help you raise your vibrations and become your true self with the help of Vedic Astrology. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. You will be getting Vedic astrological videos just like this one. And these videos will help you grow further, faster into Vedic astrology. Jupiter in the ninth house of the horoscope. But before we talk about the combination of Jupiter into the ninth house, what is the core signification of the Jupiter? The first thing which comes to my mind when I think of Jupiter is blessings and positivity. Jupiter is the planet of positivity. Everything which is good, positive, surplus, income, faith, optimism, teachers, guru, spirituality, religion, wisdom, faith, and higher belief, higher education, all these can be seen with the Jupiter. In woman's chart, Jupiter can also signify the husband. Jupiter is also the Karaka of the children and wealth. Jupiter is all that is positive in your life. Now this positivity is coming into the ninth house. What is ninth house? Ninth house is the ultimate Dharma Trikona house. Along with the first house, fifth house, ninth house is the Dharma Trikona house. Dharma literally means alignment to your life purpose. When you're aligned to your life purpose, what you're supposed to do here, then you're following your Dharma. Ninth house is the house of higher belief and Dharma. Ninth house is about the faith, higher belief and optimism. This faith and belief is into the unknown, is into the area of spirituality and religion. Ninth house is the house of God. Ninth house is the house of wisdom, morals, values, virtues, characters, philosophy, religion, teachers, and travel can also be seen with this ninth house. Now the planet Jupiter comes in here. Let's talk about that. The planet of abundance is coming into the house of wealth. This makes a person wealthy. Jupiter in the ninth house makes a person wealthy. The planet of knowledge and wisdom is coming into the house of wisdom. Jupiter loves to be in the ninth house. Jupiter feels at home when he is into the ninth house area. Because ninth house is all about wisdom, higher belief and spirituality, religious, higher belief and higher studies. So Jupiter is very comfortable. He likes such significations. So he loves to be into the ninth house. Jupiter is the planet of the positivity. Ninth house is the house of optimism. The planet of positivity is coming into the house of optimism. It makes person positive. The person with the ninth house Jupiter is extremely positive because his Jupiter is into the house of Bhagya. And if it's into the good dignity, well aspected, conjunct with the right lords, these can take the person to the next level of the positivity. Like they can become the motivational speaker. They can inspire others. They can make others feel positive. They have that ability to inspire others for the religious purpose or spirituality or anything to bring in the optimism in other people. The planet of honesty is coming into the house of values. So the person with the ninth house Jupiter is very honest person. And he is honest to his values. Honesty itself is a value and he is honest to his own values. He is convinced about what he believes in. And that's what makes him a teacher. We'll talk about that later in this video. Or maybe into the next significations where we'll talk about the Jupiter as a teacher. Okay, so that's what makes him a teacher. The planet of teachers and gurus is coming into the house of teachers and gurus. He loves it here. Jupiter loves the signification of teaching of the ninth house. Now, Jupiter will bring in the element of optimism in all his teachings regarding the religion. So these are very rare religious speakers, public speakers, teachers, gurus who will inspire people to take an action, to take a desired action towards their religious or spiritual aspect of the life. It is very difficult to convince others to take any action or not to take any action. This Jupiter in the ninth house has the capacity to convince the people to take the action, to take the positive, optimistic action to change their lives or to change their perspective. Anyways, this Jupiter, in either ways, this Jupiter brings in the positivity into his teachings. Ninth house is one of the wealth-giving houses, and Jupiter is the planet of expansion. The planet of expansion comes into the house of wealth, so it brings in abundant wealth, abundant financial freedom. Depending upon the lordship, dignity, aspects, conjunction, dashas, yogas involved in it, the lagna and the relation of the Jupiter with the lagna lord and its placement, so many things to look at. But as a generic prediction, as a generic foundational indication, we can always see a person is super wealthy because the planet of expansion is into the house of wealth. So it's expanding the wealth, more resources, more finances, more source of income, money coming in through various resources. Jupiter is the planet of expansion. The planet of expansion is coming into the house of travel. Ninth house is the house of travel. It is the 7 places away from the third. Third house is the house of the short distance travel. Ninth house is the house of long distance travel. And now the person with the Jupiter in the ninth house, it is expanding his horizon for the traveling. So these are the people who will travel a lot. So these are the people who will have the travel vlogs maybe and who is inspiring others. So yes, travel is seen with ninth house, and Jupiter brings in the positivity, optimism and expansion into the travel area of the person. Jupiter has 3 special aspects. Jupiter can aspect 5 places from where it is placed in, 7 places, the normal aspect, and the the ninth special aspect. So from ninth house, Jupiter will aspect the ascendant, third house and the 5th house. Let's look at what would be the effect of this Jupiter into all these houses. Ninth house, Jupiter aspects the first house of the horoscope. What is first house? First house is the most important house. First house is the physical manifestation of the soul. That's your physical body. Whatever your karmas are, whatever your soul journey is, now it has taken the physical form, and that's your body. So your first house becomes super important. And now you have the aspect of Jupiter from the ninth house to the first house. So what it shows is it brings the positive outlook towards the life. The person with the Jupiter in the ninth house will always feel that he is fortunate. No matter how much money he has or he doesn't have, he will always feel that he is fortunate, and that's what brings in more and more money. He is extremely positive, and that's why he attracts the positive. And when Jupiter aspects the first house of the horoscope, it changes the orientation of the person. It changes the perspective of a person to look at life. Now the person will look at life with hope, with positivity, with optimism, and always with the mindset of best is yet to come. and that's why he's always thrilled. From the ninth house, Jupiter aspects the third house of the horoscope. Third house is the house of younger siblings, is the house of the self-effort, is the house of the parakrama, your courage, your information, your communication, written, email, all sorts of communication. Your social media can also be seen with the third house. What I have observed is the person with the ninth house Jupiter, when it aspects the third house, this person has tremendous capacity to read books, especially the religious texts, the heavy religious text. He can read at length and can grasp most of it, surprisingly. Okay, third house is also the house of younger siblings. So the person with the Jupiter in the ninth house will inspire his younger siblings and the neighbor for all the ninth house things of religion, optimism, faith, belief. When a Jupiter aspects the third house, whatever he creates, whatever art piece, whatever effort, whatever... Okay. Third house is the house of communication, and it also the house of hobbies. So whatever hobbies this person have or whatever communication this person will have will always have an impact of Jupiter and the ninth house. Will always have an underlying effect of that optimism, positivity, and the element of God. The ninth house will always be there in his communication. He loves to talk about spirituality and religion. He is the man of virtue. He is a very honest person, and it reflects into his communication. From the ninth house, Jupiter aspects the fifth house of the horoscope. Fifth house is the house of intelligence. The planet of wisdom is aspecting the house of intelligence. Fifth house is also the house of education, your hobbies. It is the Bhavat Bhavam of the third house, which is third from the third. So now it is the ultimate house of the hobbies, self-effort. More so, fifth house inherently is the house of Purva Punya. Whatever karma you have brought in to this incarnation, to this life, can be seen with the fifth house. Now it has the aspect of Jupiter into the fifth house. So it blesses the fifth house. It shows that you have good past life karmas. That's why your fifth house is aspected by Jupiter. Fifth house is also the house of children. The person with the ninth house Jupiter will always teach their children values, virtues, and all that is good. This person will be a teacher to their children with respect to religion, spirituality, values, ethics, morality, everything, and their children will obey him. So yes, this was Jupiter in the ninth house, as much as I could hold, grasp, and share with you guys. What to watch next? If you are starting into Vedic astrology, go to my channel, go to the playlist page, just explore that page and go to any playlist and start exploring this fascinating world of Vedic astrology. If you are new to Vedic astrology, I will recommend go and watch How to Get Started into Vedic Astrology, or Must Watch, or Classics. Okay, or if you are interested, you can also watch the Ascendant series or the Effects of Retrograde Planet series as well. Okay, sending you tons of positive energy, sending you high vibrations. See you in the next videos. Love and peace.